Hello guys, welcome back. It's Lone Gamer UK here with some more Cold Waters action. So we completed our 84 campaign with the slightly OP Astute. That was my first attempt at a campaign. So we're going to try something just a little bit harder, but I'm trying to stay with the UK subs at the moment, being a UK gamer. So I downloaded the latest mods and more subs and more, sorry, mod for Cold Waters. So you'll see that there's now 34 missions in the game, including ones from the Hunt for Red October. Quite a few interesting, what they call giants matchups, which are a lot of modern subs. So you can play as Russia against Germany, or USA v Germany, Russia v UK, etc., etc. UK v USA. So they're all quite interesting. I might do some videos on those interlaced with the campaign. But what we're going to do today is make things a little bit harder for myself. So what I've gone to, I was playing that Astute, which is obviously a modern boat in the 84 campaign, and I was playing it on realistic, which is the second hardest setting. Basically you have easy, casual, realistic and elite. So what I'm doing is I'm going to play this on elite, which is the hardest difficulty, distance scale 1-to-1, etc. I'm still going to play a modernish boat, not quite the same as before. So I'm going to play the North Atlantic 84 campaign. I will look at doing 68, and now with the new mod we've got the red campaigns, so I'll be looking to do those in future. But we're going to just stick with the theme at the moment of the 84 campaign. So I'm going to start a new campaign here. I'm going to call this 84 Trafalgar, because that's the class of sub I'm going to use. Is the Trafalgar, which is a 1970s designed boat, came out in the 80s and was UK's attack sub, basically before the Astute. So we're going for sort of a club class, subclass before the Astute. It's a little bit after the 84, probably not. You know, it was introduced, I think, in service in 83, designed late 70s, and so it saw action in the 80s. So it's probably a bit more like the 688, 2 or 3. The Americans had, but for the British version was the Trafalgar. So yeah, we're going to try that. So let's find the sub. So we've got lots of subs now in this new mod. So we had the Astute before. We've actually changed graphics slightly. You'll see now on the Astute, which I was playing last time, you got the new cowling on the propeller. So here we are. We've got the Trafalgar 84 era. Got the Swift Shore, the 68 Dreadnought. So we're going to go for the Trafalgar class SSN 1984, 5,300 tons, and so it's got spearfish torpedoes, tigerfish torpedoes, UGM-84 missiles, TLAM missiles, and Moss decoys. It's got the 1007 search radar ESM mast mounted. It's got the sonar 2074 active and passive sonar, and it's got the sonar 2046 passive sonar low medium frequencies towed array. So the Trafalgar class was designed in the early 1970s during the Cold War as a refinement of the preceding Swiftsure class. Including HMS Dreadnought, the Trafalgar class are the 5th class of nuclear-powered fleet submarines to enter service with the Royal Navy. The first of the class, HMS Trafalgar, was ordered on the 7th of April 1977 and was completed in 1983. The last HMS Triumph was ordered on the 3rd of January 1986 and was completed in 1991. All 7 boats of the class were built and completed by Vickers Shipbuilding and Engineering in Barrow-in-Furness Shipyard. So there we go, just a little bit there on the Trafalgar. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. So new assignment, effective immediately, hereby assigned command of the Trafalgar class submarine Tireless. Congratulations, good luck in your new command. So this is the start of the mission. What will Reaganism mean for foreign relations? Foreign relations. New President Ronald Reagan has begun his term in office by taking a harsh stance against the Soviet Union. Former California governor, once a Democrat, is reputed for his anti-communist stance and for rooting out communist sympathizers in Hollywood in the 1950s. So yeah, get a few screens and stories here. Brezhnev's legacy, stagnation, paranoia. Last decade has been one of stagnation, increased bureaucrats, I can't even say that, of the Soviet colossus. Provoking the bear, is Reagan pushing too hard? Then we get the Korean jet that gets shot down by the Russians. Tensions build. Persing missiles go and get deployed in West Germany. And pretty much all hell breaks loose. Soviets thought nuclear drill Able Archer was real. That's a real story. You haven't seen, there's, I think it was a BBC series, it might have been something else, but it's on YouTube. If you put in Able Archer 1983, you probably should be able to catch that series, but it's very, very interesting. There was an exercise that took place in 83, and the Russians got within about 20 minutes of actually launching an attack because they thought it was real. So if you haven't seen that, recommend going and watching that. Soviets attack, war declared. So we've beaten once, coming back for more. Intelligence indicates that Spetsnaz commandos will land from a submarine in the vicinity of Norway and Doya in Norway. They intend to report a sub's movements and perhaps sabotage a naval base. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. So we've got to kill the subs with the commandos on around the vicinity of Andoya in Norway. Okay, continue. So let's have a look at our weapons. So I'm going to take off these VLAMs. I don't need these. Not yet anyway. Now the spearfish, from what I understand, are the newer torpedoes, so I'm not going to take tigerfish. Well, yeah, I'll unload them for this mission. We'll go with regular torpedoes. And unproductive. Really? If I missed the mission, it took me that long. I'm going to have to start this again. I've messed this up already. It took 49 hours in port. And Missed my mission. Let's quit this and just redo this again. Sorry about that. '84 Trafalgar. Do this a bit quicker next time so I don't miss the mission. Trafalgar, accepts. Kind of thought there was a loadout screen before we actually set off. Continue. Right. It's counting the time up because I'm doing that. Might have to do this again then. Let's go see if this is not too late. Realised it was taking so many hours just to change my weapons. I'll get caught up here. Need to get all the way up here. Might miss this mission again. If I do, I'll restart it. Need to get this going on the right foot. Okay. They need to come down here. Or if it's one of these guys or somebody will come around the... Right, let me try this again, and I won't change my weapons. I'll just go straight in. Apologies. Do this again. Campaign North Atlantic, start. Calling it 84 Trafalgar. Start. Use the Trafalgar. Go, accept. Get these through. That's going to cast off straight away. I'm going to save it so we don't have to do this again. Okay. Let's go. We'll change our weapons later. Otherwise we're going to keep missing this mission, and it's right up on the corner, so they don't have to travel as far as I do. I'm in position, looking for subs. It's right there. This fails now. I don't know what's... Nothing's coming past me. No way they could sneak in here. Got to be some of these subs. I'm not going to go off to meet them. They need to See. Okay. Oh, did the mission change? Was it resupply? You know what? I'm going to just load that again. We'll get this right in a minute, guys. So I'm going to load. I'm going to do 84 Trafalgar. Let me read my brief. Was it the Spetsnaz? Maybe it had changed and I didn't notice. Probably did. Yeah, tenders and tankers in the Barents Sea, which is terrible because it's all the way over there. Okay, that's my fault. I didn't notice that the missions were changing. I kept thinking it was the same. So the Barents Sea has really shallow water, so this tenders and tankers in shallow water is not an easy mission. So we still might fail this anyway. Okay, don't know what I bumped into there, didn't show up on the map. Let's have a look what I have got then. So I've only got 12 spearfish, 4 UGMs, 4 mosses. And launch these torpedoes out of the VLS. I'm going to stay with what I've got for the moment. See how we go. Close to 10,000 yards. Should have sounds on this, did I not? Oh, it's annoying. I'll change that. It was working last night. I'll probably have to resave the file to get the crew voices working again. Anyway, comedy of errors today already. Let's put this up. That looks like a cresta. Charlie, maybe a Charlie 1, I don't know actually. Victor 3 it looks like, Victor 2. Okay. That Victor 2. It's 500 feet. Do have a moderate layer at 178. pretty good solution on him. I'm gonna take a shot. I'm sort of getting into his baffles. If that's right. Says it's a Victor 2. That's what I had him at. 68%, 9,500 yards. Okay. Range to target 9,500 yards, bearing 074. I'm going to shoot down the bearing of 083. I'm going to enable at 5,000 yards on passive. Ready on tube 1, fire tube 1. Right, he's doing 12 knots at the moment, so we're for the Barents Sea. We're in fairly deep water at 700 feet, but it's still, you know, a lot shallower. I've seen depths of 2,000 feet or more. Oh, we've got a new contact, Sierra 3. Let's have a look what he is. Sierra 3. It's a cannon. DDG. Okay, well, we'll try and take out this Victor first, and then deal with these. Thing is, this isn't our mission. So today, awesome sub. We've already failed one mission, probably. This is certainly not our mission, but we'll roll with this, get some kills and tonnage in. We're in the right area, but we're looking for the tenders and tankers fleet, which eluded us before we got into this engagement. So solutions 83% on the Victor 2. Let's watch the torpedo. So I don't know if this elite setting just makes things like avoiding AI hard. I mean, obviously the AI is going to be harder. I don't know whether it will introduce slightly harder submarines. If this is a Victor 2, it's pretty good sub. So okay, so that's gone active passive. Looking for the Victor. Well, Victor, according to sonar, is about 450 feet. I'm not going to change. Almost at 95% solution, so we should get a 3D model from this soon. A little bit of distance to go, yeah. I expect the Crestron cannon, yeah, it looks like they're turning back towards me. I can probably hear this torpedo now. There we go, seems to have gone active on something, but I think it's gone active on the ship because that's gone up to the surface. I'm going to just take this background. I want to ideally go for the Victor first. And you can see it in the graphics in the game there. It's where we've got it on sonar. Take the torpedo back down. Beep. Still keeps wanting to go up. I guess because the that cresta and stuff is probably making a lot of noise. It's pinging away active, driving at some probably high rate of knots. And this torpedo hasn't quite locked on to the Victor. I think it might have done now. Victor 2 is cavitating. So he's gone up from 12 knots to 14, now to 19. So he's coming left to right on my torpedo. I see him cavitating now, trying to escape this. He's up to 25 knots. We'll need to watch out for the countermeasure, as he'll probably make a turn to the left. Could try and turn into the torpedo, but that wouldn't really be a good idea. Torpedo looking good. Cannon and crest are closing distance on me. Worried about those at the moment. I'm pretty deep, 600 feet, 5 knots. I need to remember I'm not in the Astute, which is newer than this, and I am playing on Elite, so we might get a few more helos and plane drops and things like that, which will kill us. I am expecting more deaths than I had in the last campaign. This sub seems to be doing nothing but driving at 30 knots. So no evasion and no... It's fine with me. Okay, rest of my torpedoes on the surface. So let's have a look. Got the cresta. So cresta 72% solution. Just under 11,000 yards. 10,008 driving straight at me. So range 10,500 yards, bearing 085. I shoot down the bearing. Range to enable 5,000 yards. Behind tube 2. Okay, ready tube 3. Target is Sierra 3 cannon. Bearing 063, range 11,000 yards. Range to enable 7,000 yards. On the bearing 062. Bar tube 3. Hoping I don't lose the wire on that one. Well, that cresta saying it's there, so I'm going to have to move this and enable it pretty soon. There we go. So it should go active now. There we go. Cresta inbound. Oh, he might turn to the right here and drop a sound, but I'm going to just steer torpedo left. I'm going to get him nice side on. Under the keel. And he's done. Yeah, I don't know the 3D models, because these, as far as I understand it, with these modern torpedoes, they actually explode under the keel of ships and basically attempt to break them in half. You do see the torpedoes modelled in this going just under the keels, so that seems to be pretty accurate. The actual explosions and seems to be putting holes in the side of ships. I'd like maybe to see a tweak to that, where maybe the ship would crack and break into two. Let's have a look. So I'm going to come left 10 degrees rudder, make your course 080, 15 degrees rudder now. I'm going to point the target. The 9,000 yards. I was enabling this at 7, running towards me, so we might have to adjust this. We'll see. Okay, course 080 coming up. Steady the rudder. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so the cannon, we're not quite sure its distance. Solution 64%. Says 8,400 yards. It could be. We'll get an updated distance on that once the solution gets a bit better. Kind of thinking it's probably nearer 10. We'll see. Could be closer. Noisemaker. So the wreck and the torpedo are messing with our solution, but it is about 8,500 yards, because there's its noisemaker. There we go. Cannon down. We do have a helo. Thought we probably would. Awfully loud, these. Look for the wrecks. There's one wreck. The other, so in fact it looks very close to where we are. All ahead, stop. We've moved up. I think it's behind us somewhere. You can sometimes see the helo with its dipping sonar very close to you. Okay, I need to come left full rudder. Head 1/3. I will get these sounds working again, guys. I don't know why it's not working, because it was I downloaded them all, played some stuff, had them working before, but sometimes with these mods this is a few things up, so I'll just need to try and re-enable it. And there's the two ships we sunk. It's Cresta and the Cannon, and Victor off to our right. It's just there in the seabed. What we need to do now to complete this mission is evade the aircraft. So we're going to make our course, I think, 290 or 295 maybe, and try and evade off to the northwest. Could be risking things, but I'm going to speed up to head 2/3. Still quite deep, 600 feet. He's off on the rudder. Course 300 coming up. Target course 290. There we go, 290. What I'm not going to do is speed it up right now, because again, that helo is not far away. He's here. That's one wreck. That's the sub. So he's not. See if we can see where we are. Not far. Back here somewhere, I think. I haven't really got enough depth. I mean, I think if you put your sonar right down somewhere near me, you probably would acquire me. At the moment, I've probably got the noise of these wrecks helping me a little bit. I think I'm safe ahead standard manoeuvring I. Let's come up to, I think, about 18-ish knots and see if we can just evade at this level. I'd love an anti-air if we could shoot something up and take out helicopters and planes. That's what we really need in this game. That would be awesome. So we'll just look over the sub a little bit here. I mean, again, they're using various models and just tweaking bits on the outside. So this is the Trafalgar class that we're playing, which is one class older than the Astute that we had before, but followed on after the Swiftsure. So it's quite nice. We've got some depth markers there. Planes are right on their front on the nose. And we've got the propellers shielded. Make make this a little bit quieter than its older relations. Give me a sec, guys. I might lose a little bit of sound here. I'm just going to bring up wiki or whatever, and we'll just check out the Trafalgar class sub for you, and we can just review that while we're evading. Keep an eye on the sea depth. I think we're good at the moment. So yeah, so that was built 1977 to 1986. This is wiki, so we don't know how accurate this is, but it won't be far off. So 200 million per boat in 1986 estimated. The UK had 7 Trafalgar class submarines. Nice view there of the seabed. Look a little bit lonely there on our own. So yeah, so there was HMS Trafalgar, there was HMS Turbulent, HMS Tireless, HMS Torbay, HMS Trenchant, HMS Talent, HMS Triumph. Pretty much in that order. So the UK actually has 3 of these submarines still in service. It looks like Trenchant is due to be decommissioned in 2019, and Talent decommissioned in 2021, and Triumph in 2022. As we've now got the Astutes coming on board. I think we're having 7 of those, maybe 8. I think it was meant to be more, but 7 I think. And I think we've got 4 Astutes maybe, and we've got 3 more to come. So yeah, they'll come online as these Trafalgars go offline. Yeah, quite like what they've done with the mod here. That's quite nice. All these ships were built in the Vickers shipyard and engineering Barrow and Furness. Part of the Royal Navy's nuclear-powered hunter killers. Obviously the name Trafalgar for the class and the first submarine refers to the Battle of Trafalgar, which was fought between the Royal Navy and the combined fleets of France and Spain in 1805. So yeah, it looks nice. So we're making 17 knots. Sea's quite quiet, 84 decibels. And below the duct. Let's just see if we can alleviate. No aircraft still nearby. Still quite close to that wreck, making headway though. Let's have a look. He's there. Where are the wrecks? The one wreck there, not sure if that's the sub. Yeah, that's the ship. I think we're over here somewhere, so he's still back there somewhere, dipping his sonar somewhere around where my cursor is there, I think. I feel safe enough just looking like that. I'm going to speed up time a little bit here. Do need to be very careful because they I don't know if it's a bug in the game or just bad luck, but quite often when I speed up the game, you get the helo dips right above you, torpedo in the water, sped up time. Before you know it, there's nothing you can do. It's probably just not a bug, it's probably just because they can find you, and because you've got it sped up time, you don't have enough time to react. And you're already in hot water by the time the torpedo's coming down at you. Still can't escape yet. And this isn't our mission anyway, so we've got some tonnage already. I don't know if this is accurate, but just with my experience at the moment, it kind of seems that you need to be about 15,000 yards away from any targets to escape. That might be inaccurate, that distance, but I seem to have had some problems at 10 and 12 and 13,000 yards, but when I was over 15, obviously it doesn't give you a distance to the helicopter. Aircraft nearby, and he keeps zipping around, dropping his sonar. He's moving around in a search pattern. So a little look where he is. Is that me? Or is that the wreck? I can't see the wreck, so that sub we saw might be me. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's the ship. Could be us. That would be off to my right rear. Could be back there somewhere. Sure, hard to tell. Far enough away anyway. Your head full. I think I won't cavitate at full. Blank I might do, but increase speed a little bit. Three knots. Is that full speed? Not quite sure how fast this goes at flank. I'm guessing about 28, maybe 30. See if we can escape. No, still aircraft nearby. I'm hoping I'm moving out of the zone enough now to safely use the compressed time. Thing is, while 600 feet sounds, you know, we're quite deep. It's not really. If you think of 600 feet along the ground, you know, and this boat's 280 feet long. So yeah, it's only twice the length of our boat, and we'd be sticking up out of the water. Right, hoping no, still okay, fair enough. Fair dues. The bed's moving a little bit, starting to get deeper, not by much. I don't think we'll change depth unless it went to 1,000 or more. It's actually coming up at me now, but I think we're safe. Famous last words. Okay, good, we can escape. So let's leave combat. So we sank a cannon, Victor 2 and the Cresta 2. I continue. That's not our mission, we know that. We're looking for tankers and tenders in the Barents Sea. It could be the one that just engaged or the one to the north that suddenly popped up. Okay, 5 knots. Let's come to 10,000 yards. Rig ship for silence. Okay, set these torpedoes for surface fleets. Right. Okay, how many contacts have I got at the moment? 3. Right, I know some of the tenders things only have 3 ships in them, so let's have a look. Sierra 3. Definitely combat ships out there, so Cresta, yep. What that is, looking for us. Sierra 2, let's have a look what you are. It's a cannon, which is bad news for us because Sierra 1, if it is a tender, is at the moment all the way at the back. That says it's a cannon as well. So this doesn't look like our fleet. Okay, let's come up on the ESM mask. Oh no, that's a radar. What am I doing? Let's see if we can. That still looks like a cannon, Cresta. Okay. Down on the ESM mask. See if I can escape, because this isn't my mission. I've already done one. It's not my mission. Or maybe we're just going to have to sink everything. A strong layer, 184 feet. Do I run away, or things are driving into me? I'm driving south. They look quite far. Let's come right rudder. I'm going to see if I can zip out of here. Come due north, course 360. See if I can evade them. Okay, make your depth 600 feet. 20 degrees down on the plains. Probably can't outrun Crestas and cannons though, but I'll give it a go. Hi Oram. Okay, so coming to course 360, passing 200 feet. I've got a fourth contact now though. Let's just steady the ship, see, make sure that's not a tender, because otherwise it could be our mission. I don't know. Not sure what that is. Typical, as we start to run away from these guys, another contact comes up. I mean, it looks more like a sub, like a Charlie or Victor or something. Which if it is, it's still not a mission. It looks like a Victor 1. Okay, let's continue our course 360 to north. Let's continue our dive, 600 feet. Passing 300 feet. I'm just trying to evade these guys if we can, because it doesn't look like it's our mission. We just sunk three ships that weren't our mission as well. Passing 400 feet. Okay, coming up on due north. Okay, course 360 set. Making our depth 600 feet. Let's put a little bit of speed on. Head 2/3, passing 500 feet. Going to overshoot 600 feet. We're okay. Depth, floor depth's 823 feet at the moment. I'm not quite sure what the crush depth is of the Trafalgar, but I'm presuming it can do 1500 feet or more. Okay, so we've leveled off here just 650 feet. That's pretty good. I'm going to increase speed now to head standard. I can press time a little bit here, see if I can just disengage this fleet. Now, there was another fleet coming from the north. It's hard when it says find tankers and tenders and nothing shows up on the map. Oops, still way too close. Head full. Now I'm okay at this depth, so take it up 23 knots. My loadout was a bit weird because I didn't get a chance to do that properly before we left. I didn't need these tea lambs. I could have done with a lot more spearfish, but it was using up time in the port and was causing problems, so we left with what we had. Okay, so I can leave combat now. Let's just hope they don't immediately. Yeah, definitely not my target. Oh, don't engage me, subs. I'm trying to. If anything, this could be. This is the only other ships in the Barents Sea that I'm seeing. So we're hoping this is our mission. So we're still trying to do mission 1 in the Trafalgar. Be 10 knots, so heading 145, depth 150 feet. Moderate thermal layer at 118 feet. And our contact bearing is 276. So battle stations. Rig for silent. Have a look. What have we got? No contacts. Really? Okay, what conditions are we in? Well, that's maybe why we don't have contacts. 109 decibels. Boy, that's pretty noisy. So we've got, we're just under the layer as well. So I need to come up. Okay, make my depth 50 feet. 15 degrees rise on the plains. Big iceberg or something, right? Look. Rock. Iceberg to our left. Whipping around the seas up here, a bit wintry, that's why it's probably 109 decibels. The mission is tankers and tenders, so we're looking for a fleet with a merchant vessel up in the Barents Sea. So we got caught by a fleet that engaged us, sank 2 ships and a submarine, and then we got engaged by that fleet, which was in the south and one in the north. So the one in the south didn't have a merchant ship in it, so we evaded that. So at the moment on the map, this is hopefully my my mission. I'm going to breach here and mess this up. Okay. Let's come down in depth slightly. To about 4 or 5 feet. There we go. Now we engage that fleet, but nothing's coming up, so let's put up the ESM. Signal strength 4. New contact. Here we go. E1. Okay, let's have a look. Blue whale? It's not a blue whale. Okay. Let's have a look. $62,000 yards. What? I mean, I closed to 10,000. E1, E2. They're behind us as well, which is no good. Let's come full right rudder. If we can, I'm not gonna pick these guys up behind me. E1, E2. Could maybe have a look on the scope. So they're over there somewhere. What's the bearing? Bearing 295. Up scope. Okay, 295. I don't see anything but icebergs. Let's check the bearings. So that's 295 and that's 284. I don't see anything. Okay, down scope. Actually, let's just check that. And we're going to come left to course 270. See if we can pick something up on towed array. The sea is so noisy. Howling a gale out there. Okay, coming up on course 270. Due west. Well, I've got nothing showing up on my waterfall here for those contacts. We'll leave it on Cresta or something, so if there's a fleet we'll see. Could put my radar mast up, but that's gonna say, hey, I'm here. ESM's okay. It's the only thing, I think I've put the ESM down, I'm going to lose those two targets. The strength is 4, there's certainly... I mean, now they're saying it's 12,000 yards and 9,000 yards. Oh, I've got nothing on the waterfall. I'm doing 5 knots, there's not much else I can do. Of course, 283. 294. Let's have a look on the scope again. ESM straight's getting a little bit longer. Up scope. And if they're submerged targets, if they're submarines, but it had ship on the map, so it can't be subs. Should be there. Attention drawn to that one, that's an iceberg. Oh, full scan. Got a rough sea state. Course 293. Yeah, but just wondering if they're hidden behind this iceberg or something. That's why it's getting no data at all. Now I've got 3 targets. Okay, now I've got something on that. Not giving me enough information. Could be. Why can I not see them through this? Ah, here we go. How could I not see him? Okay. Contact Echo 2. (292) M2. Okay, I'm going to sync these. He hasn't seen me. I'm pissing around with my bloody scopes. Okay. Surface contacts. On tube 1, master 2, target 11,000 yards, 93% solution, range to enable 7,000 yards, bearing 292, far tube 1. Ready on Echo 1, range 14,500 yards, bearing 278, range to enable 8,000 yards, down the bearing of 276, 275, ready on tube 2, far 2. Here are 3. Range to target 11,000 yards, bearing 287. Range to enable 6,000 yards. Bar tube 3. Right. Let's hope one of these is a merchant then. So torpedo 1 is target is M2, which has just disappeared. Wonderful. Why am I not getting? Oh, come left a bit now, just 10 degrees rudder. Need to get ready to get below this duct, 118 feet. I think I'm far enough away at the moment. I mean, they're all driving southeast. I'm driving dead west. I'm going to come to about course 230, hopefully not break the wires, get slightly better TMA. I really haven't classified any of these yet. Apart from one of them definitely was a warship, like a Cresta or a Krevac. Okay, this torpedo's about to go into search mode. Still looking for master 2. That's locked on. Putting master 2 over there. That's right. I think master 2 is still over here. We'll see. Spread these torpedoes out a bit so I can change their targeting if master 2 is really that far out, but I don't think it is, because when we took our bearing above the water, all want to go for S3, don't they? Okay, well we'll hit it with torpedo 1, whatever S3 is. I think 2's going for master 2, which I still think's over here. Which it was, because it's just hit it. I need to steer this away now. I don't waste a torpedo. What is S3? Not sure what that is. Inagra? Kind of the closest thing I had to it. Okay, I need to take this torpedo left. There's of course I've kept my boat in a turn, so I'm heading south now, but it's kind of okay actually, because I should pick up a TMA better on this. Locked onto something there. Reload these. Kind of think that was the Ugra we sunk. on a warship, so that was our target, the Ugra, and then it's probably another warship. So I've got no contact. I've got this on elite difficulty, so whether that's messing with my sonar, but that torpedo's locked on something. Well, here we go. Something to check. Let's put out a noisemaker, so it's a warship. It's going to be a cannon or crest on. Let me just steer this torpedo back towards the target. Generally, you are meant to identify your ships before you kill them. There's a torpedo. That's another noisemaker. It's a cannon or crest or something. Cannon, yeah. It's locked on, I think, the cannon, because it's not where it thinks it is, but it's locked onto that. And now I've got a Sierra 4 contact. Something else out here. Could be a sub. Boy. It was a sub. That was whatever Sierra 4 was. So I've still got this out here. Okay. I'll fire this thing right. Tiger fish. These aren't particularly very good, these. We'll see. Master 1. Bearing 276. See if we can keep the wire. The sea state's playing havoc with, because it's so noisy. I'm up above the layer, so I can, if I was below the layer, I'd even have a harder job detecting. Not a very good solution on this. I just need to be careful about this torpedo getting sucked up in the wrecks. This still hasn't sunk. Oh, they're all jumping off, all the guys. Come on guys, get in the lifeboats. Now these lifeboats here pop off. Boat off so they can escape, but For some reason that ship's not sinking, it's just on fire. It's done for though. Need to get a better solution on this cannon. It's coming up to 46% solution. Well, that's a loud ping. Just come right rudder slightly. And we know it's a cannon. Just need a little bit better data for our torpedo. I don't want to put it active. Every time I put my torpedoes active, when there's wrecks like this around, it just goes haywire and goes straight for the loudest thing it can hear. So I'm going to keep it on passive until I can get it pretty close to the target. This cannon. Okay, straighten up the boat. %50 solution now. Just speed this up a little bit until I get the torpedo. According to that plot, the ship is heading back towards the wrecks. That's going to cause a problem. Okay, I've now got a course for it. 63%. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm just going to adjust this slightly. Just run this torpedo in a bit. As I say, what I'm worried about here is the wrecks. But when active, it would go nuts and go straight for that wreck on the seafloor. Got a good solution now. Jumping around distance. Right, if that's true, I need to adjust this. I'll do that. Yeah, there we go. Right, we've got him. He's steaming in front of the wreck, but I've got the wire on this torpedo. I'm going to keep it passive. You won't have heard it coming until now. You'll see the speed zoom up here on 14 knots as he hears the torpedo coming at him. But it'll be too late. Although I am using now this tigerfish, which is not as good as the spearfish. Tigerfish, I think, was the ones used in the Churchills and the Swiss Trials. But we can use both in here, so I've got both in the loadout. I will change that probably when I go back to Holy Lock. Okay, so torpedo's about to go active. Well, active search, still on passive. There we go. It's now good angle on the ship. Torpedoes are always best side on if they can. Maximum damage, and the noisemakers don't bother it quite so much. So this tigerfish is doing quite a good job. The noisemaker out. Just help the torpedo stay on its course for the ship. Ignore that noisemaker. Okay, we'll run the torpedo in now. Just lost him briefly there on sonar. That's how we do that. Suck on that, you rusky Okay, he's going down fast on the stern there. These pods up here launch air-to-surface missiles. Nice oil slick on the ocean there. And he slips beneath the waves. Okay. So 4 ships sunk, plus the 3 that we've already sunk in the previous engagement. 7 ships sunk. And I believe one of those was a tender, so I am hoping... God, all these explosions underwater. That's about to hit the bottom there. Quite dramatic. Pointing straight up. Thanks, Aurum. Wasn't quite how I imagined it would go. These targets are quite hard to acquire with all the noise. I mean, even though I'm at 45 feet, 5 knots above the layer. So yeah, let's escape out of here and just check. Yeah, I've got no aircraft near me. Actually, I'll just I'll let this torpedo load first. Okay. So cannon sunk, Ugra, which is a tanker, sunk November. Yeah, okay. He didn't even come up at all until my torpedoes were out there searching. Okay. Superb effort, Loki. So it was the mission. Locating, eliminating the enemy's ability to replenish the submarine force at sea. Keep up the good work and await additional orders. Oh, gonna get some bling from the Admiral. Bronze Star Medal, here we go, to Commander Gamer UK, Commanding Officer of the Trafalgar S-107. Commander Gamer UK is cited for extraordinary heroism in action against enemies of the United States of America on the 5th of December 1984. His unwavering resolve and self-sacrificing devotion to duty in the face of death are worthy of the highest emulation. Thank you very much, Admiral. Very kind of you to say so. Even though we're a UK boat. But you know, we're doing your work for you, sir. So take a picture of that. So we're off and running. That was mission 1 in the Trafalgar. Kind of 3 engagements. We had one with contact, and then the second one had to, you know, back out of a few contacts because I didn't have all that many torpedoes to waste. I've still got to get my way home. So I have a bit of news here. NATO naval push. Several NATO naval groups have recently been operating unopposed. Pentagon spokesman revealed that the enemy's ability to efficiently operate around the Barents Sea has been drastically diminished for reasons that remain classified. Yes, because we smashed them. That's why. So I'll take a couple of those screenshots. I might use some of them for the thumbnails. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream here because I've been going for quite a while now. But our next mission is intelligence estimates indicate that Spetsnaz commanders will land submarine in the vicinity of Hofin. Now, if I'm right, Hofin is either down in Norway or it's Iceland, which is good because that's on the way. We need to go back to base and change our loadout. The only thing is, can't really miss these commandos. They come in We'll probably have to do this mission before we rearm, and then we'll be closer to base to rearm after this mission. So that will be our next mission. I will just reload the torps. Continue on course, put a save in there. So yeah, Hofin, yeah, so it's on Iceland. So what we need to do is come back here, see if we can get back here in time to kill the commandos on the sub, and then once we've done that we'll go back to Holy Lock and rearm for the third mission. So a quick look at our summary, take a picture of that. 2 days at war, 1 mission accomplished. We've sunk 4 warships, 2 submarines, 7 ships sunk, 42,540 tons. Okay, thanks for joining me. This is Lone Gamer UK in the Trafalgar class on the 84 campaign in Cold Waters, using the subs and more sims from subsim.com. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, leave any comments in the comments page, and I'll see you next time. Take care now.